guys. How are you guys doing? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good morning in some areas. It's still morning. Yeah, it is. Still some morning somewhere. But good afternoon, everyone. I'm waiting for my girl to come in to read to you guys some straightening up. It looks like the court is doing on something that was previously not worked on. So just bear with me a second. Let me let her come in. Let her come in so she can read to you guys. I'm waiting for my person who does my listening to come on in. 1 second, just bear with me. Hey, Tanya.
Hello, everyone. I miss you.
Hi. How you?
Am I echoing?
No.
Okay.
Am I echoing?
No, I just thought I heard myself. Let's see.
Okay,
I'm trying
hold
to
on
open
a
the
second.
document.
Let me just, because I want to show it to everyone.
Okay.
But look like there's a lot of straightening up going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it.
Let's see.
I was reading on here. Here it says here, order on motion to leave to file docket and order on motion limine, 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 and order on, why so many? What is going on here?
Is there a lot? Let me
What's going
pull
on
up.
with them? I don't know what's going on with them here.
Are you on Pacer? Let me see.
I'm on Pacer.
Yeah, let's see. Mm-hmm.
Do you see that one, the notice there?
Yeah, I got the one you just emailed me.
Yeah, but there's another one. There's
Let's check it out. Robert.
But she's gonna read to you guys I don't know what it is. It's a correction or what? I thought it was a motion that the attorneys put in, but no.
This is in New York, right? Yeah.
It's the court making some corrections.
Let's see what they did. Order of motion to leave file. That's
leave to file document and
order on motion to dismiss. Is that the one you have up here?
That's the one I sent you.
Okay.
That's the correction that they're doing. So, because remember, Tom did a motion to dismiss back in June. I don't think it was ever answered, and I think they're making correction. This is my understanding of this.
Order on motion.
So they have to put it in docket.
Let's see. What does order of motion to leave file mean? Order.
I don't know.
Let me look and see. Let me check it. Huh?
Google that and see. Tiffany, no, it's not favorable. It's something that she had already ruled on, but she's putting it on docket, and we're gonna read some.
So, order granted to leave file amended complaint. What is this? Let me see. What does that mean? What is a motion for leave? A motion for leave is a legal request for a court to allow the person filing the motion to depart from the established procedure of the court. Most classically, procedures settings out specific time frame which must be followed when filing documents and making motions. For example, a motion for leave might ask the court to accept a document after the filing date. Okay. A decision to grant a motion for leave is at the discretion of the court. The subject of the request is not a right under the law, and the court can determine that it should not be granted given the available information. The motion usually presents information which is designed to be compelling for the court. The judge weighs in on information and makes determination which may be offered with an opinion explaining why the motion was denied or approved.
So I guess she's trying to explain why she denied that motion that was done back in June.
Okay.
Is that my understanding?
Maybe so. Yeah. And it says, okay, so Wait, let's see. Make sure.
This is when that time I need a lawyer. I need a lawyer to come.
I know, what does that mean? Yeah, I know,
I
right?
need a
Because
lawyer to help us
what does that
understand this.
mean? What does that mean? Okay, so what you sent me, let's look at what that is. Okay, you ready? It
I
says,
was trying to wait till I got my thing
oh, okay, go ahead. I'm gonna
watermarked
keep.
so I can to have it to you guys so y'all can see it.
I'm
Hold
gonna.
on a second. Just hold on a second, please.
Okay, let me keep reading on that motion. What that means. Mm-mm. So, the judges are allowed considerable discretion on the bench while they cannot make rulings which violate the law, and they must follow the rules of the court. The rules to provide room for judges to make decisions about matters should proceed. This is done with the understanding that every trial is different and it's impossible to come up with rules for every occasion. Okay. Whatever that means.
Yes, Tiffany, it can be sent to attorney, but I gotta make sure that they're gonna even look at it. So I just can't send it to them without telling them that I'm sending them something and they can look at it. I like to communicate with them because they may not be available to answer it for us. So, and I gotta figure out which attorney is gonna be able to respond. Sorry. Just one moment, y'all. I'm almost there. They're gonna send me my watermark. Just one second. Just thanks. I meant to the one. Oh, you talking about the one? Yeah, I'm trying to contact them now, Tiffany. I'm trying to contact one now. Hold on, maybe what's the name? Hey, hold on a second. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to head. Okay, it's almost ready. All right, Ton. I think I'm ready now. This is
Okay.
basically from Judge Ann Donnelly. The defense has not filed a motion yet. This is something that was done previous, and I think they had not
Ruled on it.
put it on record the right
Mm-hmm.
way, and
Mm-hmm.
so all right, let's go.
Okay, you ready?
hmm
Okay, so
I'm on
it's
mute because it's noise back here.
okay. Anne Donnelly, this is from her, right? She's giving her response. The
Yes.
defendant was charged with racketeering in violation of 18 USC 1962C and 1963. 3 counts of Mann Act transportation to engage in illegal sexual activity in violation of 18 USC Code 2421A. 3 counts of Mann Act coercion and enticement to engage in illegal sexual activity in violation of 18 USC 2422, 1 count of Mann Act coercion of a minor in to engage in illegal sexual activity in violation of 18 USC 2422B, and 1 count of Mann Act transportation of a minor with intent to engage in illegal sexual activity in violation of 18 USC 2423A. On September 27, 2021, the jury convicted the defendant on all counts. In February and March 2020, the defendant moved to dismiss count 1 of the indictment and the counts of the indictment incorporating New York Public Health Law Section 2307. I denied the motion On the morning of jury selection, the defendant filed a second motion to dismiss the indictment, making some of the same arguments he made in his first motion. The government opposed. I denied the motion on August 18th. The opinion set forth the basis for that decision. Background: the third superseding indictment returned on March 12th of 2020 charged the defendant with racketeering in violation of the Mann Act, ECF number 43, specifically, and it is relevant to the motion to dismiss. Two of the Racketeering Acts 12 and 14, and four of the Mann Act counts 6 through 9 include allegations that the defendant had sexual intercourse with Jane Doe 6 in violation of Section 120.20 of New York Penal Law, CPL, reckless endangerment in the second degree, and Section 203.7 of New York Public Health Law, which prohibits someone who knows that he has an infectious venereal disease from having sexual intercourse with another person. The indictment alleged that the defendant engaged in unprotected sexual intercourse with Jane Doe 6 without first informing her that he had contracted herpes and obtaining her consent to sexual intercourse in these circumstances. Racketeering Act 1 charged that the defendant, together with others, bribed a public employee on or about August 3rd, 1994, in violation of Illinois Criminal Code Sections 533-1.
That was August 30th. Sorry. That was August 30th. You said August 3rd.
I'm sorry, August 30th of 1994, in violation of Illinois Criminal Court Section 533-1 and 55-1. Racketeering Act 3 charged that the defendant, together with others, confined Jane Doe 3 against her will in or about and between 2003 and 2004, in violation of Illinois Criminal Code Section 510-1 and 55-1. Three of the Racketeering Acts charged, Racketeering Acts 2, 7, and 10, accused the defendant of inducing a minor to engage in sexual explicit conduct for the purpose of producing one or more visual depictions of such act. The defendant raised three challenges to the third superseding indictment. First, he argued that the PHL Section 2307 and CPL Section 120-200 charges should have been dismissed on the theory that the government could not prove the elements as a matter of law. The defendant contended that dismissing these charges would make venue inappropriate in the Eastern District of New York and that the indictment should have been dismissed accordingly. EFC number 159 at 5-10. Next, the defendant argued that Racketeering Acts 1 and 3 should have been dismissed because they were untimely under Illinois State Statute of Limitations, ECF number 159 at 11. Third, the defendant claimed that Racketeering Acts 2, 7, and 10, which charged the defendant with coercing a minor to create child pornography, should have been dismissed because there was no evidence that visual depictions existed. Number 1, Racketeering Acts 12 and 14 and counts 6 through 9. The defendant moved to dismiss Racketeering Acts 12 and 14, as well as counts 6 through 9. These counts charged that the defendant violated the Mann Act when he engaged in unprotected sexual intercourse with Jane Doe number 6 without first informing her that he had contracted herpes and obtaining her consent to sexual intercourse in circumstances in violation of PH Section 2307 and TPL Section 120-20. It is not clear that the second motion to dismiss it was timely. The defendant filed it on August 9th of 2021 after prospective juries completed questionnaires, and on the morning that questioning of individual prospective juries began. Federal law, okay, that's too small on my end, I'm sorry. Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure 12B3 requires certain motions to be raised pre-trial. Motions that fall under 12b3 include claims of improper venue and defects in the indictment. Federal R Criminal P 12b3 Rules 12c3 provides that if a party does not meet the deadline for making a Rule 12b3 motion, the motion is untimely. The defendant's attempt to evade this result by styling his motion as a 12b2 motion was not subject to 12c3 is not pervasive. The argument in this motion, which are discussed in detail in the sections below, clearly fall within 12b3, nor did the defendant establish good cause for tardy filing. Indeed, the defendant moved to dismiss many of the same charges more than a year and a half before filing the motion. And it's got ECF 34, 37 through 38, 43 through 46. The defendant argued that the pretrial dismissal was warranted because, as a matter of law, the government could not establish that the defendant violated either state statute. This argument is unavailing for the reason explained below. Thus, the venue challenges has also failed. PHL Section 2307 prohibits someone who knows that he has an infectious venereal disease from having sexual intercourse with another person. The indictment charged that the defendant had sexual intercourse with Jane Doe number 6 without informing her that he had herpes or obtaining her consent to have sexual intercourse in these circumstances. ECF number 43, 33 through 34, 37 through 38, 43 through 46. According to the defendant, herpes is not a venereal disease within the meaning of the statute. ECF number 159 at 5 through 8. This argument is not persuasive. The language of PHL 2307 is ambiguous and provides that any person who knowingly himself or herself to be infected with an infectious venereal disease has sexual intercourse with another shall be guilty of a misdemeanor. Herpes fall within the statute plain's terms. See People versus Negron and Superintendent. We can skip that, right? Where the language of the statute is clear and unambiguous, court must give effect to its plain meaning. Courts construe words of ordinary imports, which their unusual and commonly understood meaning and dictionary definitions are useful guideposts in determining the meaning of a word or phrase. Walsh versus New York State Comptroller 34, New York 3D 520-524, 2019. Quoting that NADCAS Inc. versus Preferred Contract Insurance Company, Retention Group, LLC, 34 New York, 3D1, 7, 2019, using the dictionary and Black's Law Dictionary to interpret a state statute. Venereal disease is just an antiquated term for sexually transmitted diseases. See venereal disease, sexually transmitted disease, Black's Law Dictionary, 11th edition, 2019. The entry for venereal disease says, see sexually transmitted diseases, which in turn is defined as a disease transmitted only or chiefly by engaging in sexual act with an infected person, and also termed venereal disease, emphasizes in original. Merriam-Webster likewise defines venereal disease as a contagious disease such as gonorrhea or syphilis, which is typically acquired in sexual intercourse. Venereal disease in the Webster.com, last visited on October 25th of 2021, genital herpes is one such disease. The Center for Disease Control defines genital herpes as a common sexual transmitted disease, STD, that any sexual active person can get. Genital herpes on the CDC fact sheet, CDC. That's the website. Moreover, New York courts have found that PHL Section 2307 includes herpes. See Moran 123 AD 2D 165 170 through 71. First Department 1986, finding a duty to disclose genital herpes based on PHL Section 2307, Fan versus Sabian, 49 MS Miscellaneous 3D 1201A, New York Supreme Court, 2015, same. To support a narrowing reading of the statute, the defendant cited that not case law, but a statement by the New York Department of Health, Public Health and Health Planning Council, and a proposed, now adopted, amended to include HIV in condition that constitutes the definition of sexually transmitted disease for the purpose of certain sections of the public health law. See NY Code, NY Code, Comp Code R, and Regs Title 10.23.1. Some commenters expressed concern that the proposed regulation could have the effect of making it a misdemeanor under PHL 2307 for HIV positive individuals to have sexual intercourse in some circumstances. See NYDOH. Comments and responses on proposed amendment to Title 10 of the official compliant of codes, rules and regulations of the state of New York, section 231 and 232, May 18, 2016. And it's got the website that they searched, and it goes down. The agency responded that it interprets the law as only applying to individuals who knowingly expose another individual to acute bacterial venereal disease such as syphilis and gonorrhea. The agency response says nothing about herpes. The agency was not added to and did not express a view about herpes, nor does the statement overcome the plain meaning of venereal disease. The statutory language is ambiguous, and the court need not look beyond the plain meaning of the statute terms. CPL Section 120-20, in addition to charging violations of PHL Section 2307, Racketeering Acts 12, 14, and 4 of the Mann Act counts charged that the defendant violated New York Penal Law Section 120-20, which provides that a person is guilty of reckless endangerment in the second degree when he recklessly engages in conduct which creates a substantial risk of serious physical injury to another person. Serious physical injury is physical injury which creates a substantial risk of death, or which causes death or serious and protracted disfigurement, protracted impairment of health, or protracted loss of impairment of the function of any bodily organ. New York Penal Code 100010. The defendant maintained that this charge is a factual impossibility because adult consensual intercourse usually does not lead to a seriously physical injury which would create a risk of death. ECF number 159 at 9-10. In fact, there is a substantial risk that consensual sexual intercourse can lead to a serious physical injury, protracted impairment of health, protracted disfigurement, or protracted loss of impairment of the function of any bodily organ if, for an example, one participant does not inform the other that he has a sexually transmitted disease. The defendant was charged with doing exactly that, having sexual intercourse with another person while he knew but did not disclose that he had a sexually transmitted disease. ECF number 43, 33 through 34, 37 through 38, and 46 through 46, 43 through 46. Moreover, serious physical injury under the statute need not create a risk of death. As the statute clearly says, serious physical injury also includes serious and protracted disfigurement, protracted impairment of health, or protracted loss or impairment of the function of any bodily organ. New York Penal Code 100010. New York courts apply the reckless applying New York courts applying the reckless endangerment statute has determined that infecting someone with a sexually transmitted disease without prior disclosure can lead to criminal liability under the statute. People versus William, 24 New York, 3D 112, 2015. The defendant cited People versus Centola, a vehicular assault case, as support for his claim that the conduct alleged in the indictment was not reckless. ECF number 159 at 910, citing 16 miscellaneous 3D 1205A, Supreme Court 2018. Centola is entirely different. Centola was alleged to have driving his truck into a pedestrian so slowly that the collision merely pushed the victim and made him stumble. Centola 64 miscellaneous 3D 1205A, the court determined that Centola's conduct was ill-advised, unwise, and imprudent, but that there did not appear to be any reasonable evaluation of the facts which would lead to the conclusion that because of the action of the defendant, the victim was in danger of a substantial risk of death, or that the defendant's action could cause death or serious and protracted disfigurement, protracted impairment of health, or protracted loss of or impairment of the function of any bodily organ. Those facts have nothing to do with this case. In short, a person who has sexual intercourse with another, knowing both neither disclosed that he had a sexually transmitted disease, nor obtaining his partner's consent, exposes that person to protracted health impairment, the sexually transmitted disease. The defendant also argued that the indictment did not allege the victims caused serious physical injury. Racketeering Acts 12 and 14, as well as counts 6 through 9, were pled properly. An indictment need do little more than to track the language of the statute charge and state the time and place in approximate terms of the alleged crime. United States versus Yanoti, F541, F3D 112, 127, second CR 2008, quoting United States versus Alfonso 143, F3 722, 776, Second Circuit, I guess that's what that means, 1998. 18 USC 2421 makes it a crime to knowingly transport any individual interstate commerce which with intent that such individual engage in any sexual activity for which any person can be charged with a criminal offense. Section 2422A makes it a crime to knowingly persuade, entice, or coerce any individual to travel in interstate commerce to engage in any sexual activity for which any person can be charged with a criminal offense. Count 6 and 8 charge that the defendant did knowingly and intentionally transport an individual to with Jane Doe 6 to interstate commerce, with intent that such individual engage in sexual activity for which a person can be charged with a criminal offense, to wit, violations of New York Penal Law Section 12020, reckless endangerment, and New York Public Health Law Section 2307, knowingly exposure of an infectious venereal disease, ECF number 43, 43, 45. Counts 7 and 9 charge that the defendant did knowingly and intentionally persuade, induce, entice, and coerce an individual, to with Jane Doe number 6, to travel in interstate commerce, to engage in sexual activity for which a person can be charged with criminal offense, to wit violation New York Penal Law Section 120, reckless endangerment, and New York Public Health Law Section 2307, knowingly exposure of infectious venereal disease. 4446, Racketeering Acts 12 and 14, charge the same conduct. Racketeering Acts 12 and 14, as well as counts 6 through 9, which also included approximately, sorry, I can't even say a word, when and where the conduct was alleged to have occurred. Because the indictment recites each element of the federal offense charge and the appropriate time and place each charge was alleged to have occurred, the charges were well pled. Racketeering Acts 1 and 3. The defendant also moved to dismiss Racketeering Acts 1 and 3 as untimely. Racketeering Act 1 charged that the defendant, together with others, bribed a public employee on or about August 30th of 1994 in violation of Illinois Code Section 53-1 and 551. Racketeering Act 3 charged that the defendant, together with others, confined Jane Doe 3 against her will in or about and between 2003 and 2004 in violation of Illinois Criminal Court Section 510-1 and 551. The defendant argued that because the Illinois Criminal Code provides for a 3-year limitation period for these offenses, these predicated acts should have been dismissed. RICO charges are not governed by the state statute of limitation. Moreover, a racketeering act is not an independent count. Instead, is part of a overarching RICO offense. The relevant, and it says, the defendant also asserted that permitting the reckless endangerment charge would amount to criminalizing adult consensual sexual intercourse, conduct which in unequivocally legal ECF number 15 at 9-10. This is similar to the challenge to the public health law charges that the defendant raised in his first motion to dismiss. See ECF number 42. The allegations in this case is that the defendant had sexual intercourse knowing that he had a sexually transmitted disease without disclosing this information or obtaining the partner's consent to have sexual intercourse in those circumstances. As discussed above, this is cognitable theory of reckless endangerment under New York law. C. Williams, 24 NY 3D 112, 2015. The defendant seems to have misstated the charges he moved to dismiss as untimely. In sections 504 of his brief, and defendants argued that the allegation contained in Courts 1, Racketeering Act 1, Racketeering Act 3, Racketeering Act 5 should be dismissed. ECF number 15 at 11. But the defendant did not discuss Racketeering Act 5 in section. I'm sorry. Goodness. In any event, Racketeering Act 5 was timely for the same reason for Racketeering Acts 1 and 3 were. The jury found Racketeering Act 3 not proved beyond a reasonable doubt. Statute for evaluating the timelessness of RICO Act 18 U.S.C. 3282, which prescribes a 5-year limitation period. See United States versus Hunter. And all that. Go down to here. The Second Circuit has held in statute of limitation context that judicial action over a single RICO predicate act confers jurisdiction over other predicated acts. United States versus Wong, 40 F3D 134 137, Second Circuit 1994. Thus, a prosecution for allegedly violation of 1962C is timely if the defendant committed it at least one prededicated act within the limitation period. Hunter 2018 WL 268065 at 9. Accordingly, as the Second Circuit has recognized, a defendant may be liable under 1962C for predicated acts and separate prosecution of which would be barred by the applicable statute of limitations, so long as the defendant committed one predicated act within the 5-year limitation period. Wong 40 F3D at 13767. The indictment charged the defendant with racketeering act alleged to have taken place as recently as December of 2018. Thus, the charges were timely. Racketeering Acts 2, 7, and 10. The defendant moved to dismiss Racketeering Acts 2, 7, and 10. Each charged the defendant with inducing a minor to engage in sexually explicit conduct for the purpose of producing one or more visual depictions of such conduct in violation of 18 U.S.C. 225A 142130. To prove this charge, the government was required to prove
far away.
Huh?
You were sounding far away.
I'm sorry. To prove this charge, the government was required to prove 3 elements beyond a reasonable doubt. 1 was the victim was less than 18 years old. 2, the defendant used, employed, persuaded, induced, enticed, or coerced the minor to take part in sexually explicit conduct for the purpose of producing a visual depiction of that conduct. And number 3, the visual depiction was produced using materials that had been transported in interstate or foreign commerce. United States versus, do you want me to read? No, I won't read that. Racketeering Acts 2, 7, and 10 were pled properly. As explained in Section IB, an indictment need do little more than track the language of the statute charged and state the time and place in approximate terms of the alleged crime. United States versus Yanoti 54F 3D at 127. The indictment alleged the required elements. Each of the Racketeering Acts 2, 7, and 10 stated that the defendant did knowingly and intentionally employ, use, persuade, entice, induce, and coerce a minor to engage in sexually explicit conduct for the purpose of producing one or more visual depictions of each conduct, which visual depictions were produced using material that had been mailed, shipped, and transported in interstate and foreign commerce. Each also stated the time and place these acts were alleged to have occurred, and asserting that there is no evidence that visual depiction exists. The defendant confused the standards of pleading with the standards of proof at trial. Unless the government has made what can fairly be described as a full proffer of evidence it intends to present at trial, the sufficiency of the evidence is not appropriately addressed on a pretrial motion to dismiss an indictment. United States versus Alfonso 143 F3 772 776-77. as I think it's Second Circuit 1998. The government was entitled to present its evidence at trial, after which the defendant could challenge the sufficiency of evidence pursuant to Rule 29 motions. The United States versus Rainier 384 S3 S sub 3 G 282 302 EDNY 2019 Fred R. Crime Federal Crime P-29. Before the judge began, the government had not made a full proffer of its evidence in this case, nor was there a stipulated record. Thus, as long as the indictment was factually valid, which was for the reason described above, pretrial dismissal was not warranted. Conclusion: for these reasons, the motion to dismiss was denied. October 26th, and Donnelly.
All right. Seems like someone's trying to make sure everything is documented. Oh, wow.
Why is she going? The defendant, at the end, it says the defendant argued that pretrial dismissal is warranted where the operative facts are undisputed and the government fails to object to the district court's consideration of those undisputed facts in making a determination regarding a submissible case. Okay.
You know what? In that it mentioned about the depiction of video of a minor because she was under 18. There was no depiction of her in the video, so I'm trying to figure out where they're coming from with that.
No, and I think it's saying also that it didn't need it somewhere. Maybe I have to read it to myself, but
yeah, Joycelyn, yes, it's new. They just posted it today, but she's answering from the pretrial motion that Tom put in. Remember, she rejected it. She denied it. So I guess now they're explaining it some kind of way. I guess it's, to me, this is Sylvie talking. I don't know the law and all this kind of stuff. To me, it seems as if she's trying to document everything that was not documented before. Because I remember I was telling you guys that a lot of the stuff that was on in the paces were not there. It seemed like somebody's not doing their job.
Well, see, it looks like she's playing catch up and wants to make sure all of this stuff is in there before appeals are filed or motions.
Yeah, all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted.
Yes, she wants to make sure that she has all of her information in there. But I'm gonna tell you how God works. Something could be missing that could throw this whole thing out. He can turn this around within a blink of an eye.
Because let me tell you something. With you trying to hurry up and do this makeup, there's something that is probably missing.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Because you're trying so hard they always say if you dig a grave for one person, you need to dig several more. But
yeah, that's why we got to continue to pray. Our prayer warriors, we know, right, guys?
Yeah.
We got to continue praying because now we're going to confusion.
Yes. Let me, can we briefly, because I have been making some notes myself. So, Miss Sylvie, I would really like to know, and I went back last night and was watching, and can we say this on this channel? It's not anything. It's information about the case.
Guys, those who are looking for copies of this, y'all gotta have to donate because I'm paying for this. Yeah. Okay, y'all have to donate because I haven't seen any donation to these things here. Y'all, I just getting requests left and right for stuff. Guys, y'all gotta donate. You can't get things for free. Come on now, help a sister out.
Yeah, I just paid my paper bill the other day too.
Huh?
I just paid my paper bill the other day too.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
That stuff is not free.
But I was gonna ask if it's okay. Do you have a moment?
Oh, sure, sure. It's not anything that's giving information to these people that's watching our live, is it?
No, it was just
Because
questions
like
that
I
no,
said,
no,
we need to start doing things like when we give information behind the scene, because we don't want them to know anything.
no. It's just questions that I have
Okay.
in reference to the Jane Does.
Okay.
Um, so wait, let me just so that I can ask the right questions and have what I want. I just got it confused. Okay, so Jane Doe number one was Aaliyah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, hold on, let me see. Stephanie, I don't know who she was. Do we have a transcript for her? No.
Yeah, we read this transcript. We did her, but we
What
could, huh?
was she a Jane Doe or by her name?
No, she was a Jane Doe. I know they could use her name Stephanie on there. The only
So
one they used as Jane Doe was number 5, which was Azriel.
no, okay. So okay, you got Sonia, you got Aaliyah, Stephanie, Sonia, Deronda, Jane, that's Azriel.
Hey, Deborah.
Okay, I'm just making sure that I have them right. Because and you got Faith. And, okay, that's it. Because in the superseding, the last indictment, they don't have him by name; they just have him by Jane Doe.
Yeah.
And I just didn't know who was what. Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
Because I also, God, I gotta tell you, saw a video last night.
We'll talk behind the scene.
Oh my God. So Miss Javante, do you know her? Yeah, we know who she is.
Hmm.
Didn't she at first say that she was not assaulted, right?
Javante, she was never. She's never said she was assaulted. Yeah. In fact, she was Demetrius' girlfriend.
Is she? We read her transcript too. I must
Mm,
be
yeah, we read hers, but we no. I don't think we read hers. No, no, no.
because if I'm not mistaken, didn't she change her story and say that she was molested by him or?
Yeah, she said she was. Yeah, she said that, and also she said she saw him and Aaliyah.
And we did read that. We need to read that. Can we read that? Because I looked at some videos last night.
Well, we didn't. We didn't complete. We jumped. Remember when the verdict came out? We stopped reading because we hadn't gotten all the transcript. So we can go back to September 1st. I think that's where we left off from the original ones of reading because we hadn't gotten the 9th, the 10th. We got all of those now. We have all of them, so we can continue reading.
Yeah, can we read starting with so on 9-1, Miss
No,
Sylvia?
she didn't. T Girl says she said it in the documentary. No, she did not say. She
No, she
said that
didn't.
she did not. I could
No.
play the documentary. She did not say that she
No.
was
I
assaulted.
rewatched it last night
She did not say that.
to compare it to the book, and no, she did not say that.
She did not say she was assaulted. Nope.
No, not until she testified. So
She switched it. Yeah, she said she changed it the way what she supposedly saw with the Leah. She changed the story in that.
we do know she's got an Instagram where she talks, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys, do you guys remember the saga page on IG? Do you know that's gone? Do you
What page is
guys
it?
remember that one? If anybody was able to screenshot the saga page, could you send that to me? Because I have it and I just got to figure out where I have it at. I need to pull that together because they took it off.
Yeah, in the document she said she didn't have sex with him.
She sure
But
did.
but
But her
did,
excuse that on trial was that she was embarrassed. She didn't want to say anything.
okay. So did Geronda ever say that Bubba was her boyfriend?
They wouldn't allow her to talk about they wouldn't allow the defense to ask a question about her relationship because that was one of the things the judge blocked for them to even ask anything about anything medically about them, their sexual life, anything like that. The judge, that was one of the rulings.
But it's a known factor that he was.
Yeah, coming out the bush. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying the R. Kelly saga page was gone, but I was trying to see if anybody had. I screenshot everything from there. I just got to locate it. I was trying to see if anybody was able to screenshot some stuff. I did. I just have to figure out where I put it at.
Coming out the bushes. I have a screenshot from JP. Yeah. Well, I saw.
Okay, copyright disclaimer says here. I did we already didn't we put up the copyright disclaimer?
No, we didn't.
Put it up. Okay.
Let me show you. I gotta send something to you.
Yeah, I thought it. Black Beauty, you didn't put it up. All right. Copyright disclaimer says here under the Fair Act use of 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for the fair use for the purpose of such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair Act use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use as tipped of balances in favor of the Fair Act, of fair use. Okay, I had to read that. Thank you. Thank you. I had to put that in there for the stuff that I did show and I talked about. Now go ahead, Tanya. I apologize. Tanya, you're muted. She disappeared, y'all. We gotta wait till she come back. Let me put the link back in here for her. Okay. It's my understanding that both books were put out in 2018. Geronda's book was put out in around June of 2018. And the Sex Me book, the one that we read, was put out in 2018 as well. So, and I think Geronda's book was first. I do have an Instagram post. We're going to play this. And this is Javante on Instagram. Okay, hold on.
All right, happy Sunday. Welcome back to the laundry room, where we provide a safe space and place to air and share your dirty laundry. You are with your host, yours truly, Javante Cunningham. And again, you will be with co-host, actor Ken Boyd. What's going on, Ed the consultant? Good to see you as always.
Okay, y'all.
Hey, but where you been, Pookie Doo? What's up, Bree B?
Okay, I'm gonna
Bree, Latanya, as you guys go back, Latanya, how's your healing, my love? I'm waiting for you to get those dancing shoes.
Okay, yeah, just bear with me a second.
Hold
on a second.
We're going to give everybody a chance to log back on. Again, we are... I would not have identified myself as the person that brought the baby onto the rally.
They're talking about
me personally.
our rally.
I would have identified myself as the idiot that did that.
Hold on. I'm just
one ever before in the past?
There was one previously. I don't remember how. Well, they had one previously where they were here in Chicago, and they went to such said mansion in Olympia Fields that he ain't lived in 15 years, but they retarded ass. As a matter of fact, nobody's lived there in 15 years. One of the Isley brothers purchased it, but the house is abandoned. Where they had the Sprinter bus and stuff before. This was maybe a month or two ago, around like June-ish, I want to say. They had a rally. There probably was 10 people there.
Is she talking about us having our rally?
What that was for, I can't really recall because I don't really, to be honest with you, I try really hard to stay away from that shit unless somebody's talking about me or involving me. I really try hard, and I'm normally alerted by another group of people who monitor that type of stuff. I'm normally not in the mix. I can give two shits what, because if it's not dealing with the facts, I don't care.
Okay, so that means they're in this bushes monitoring us while we play, because she just said that they monitor us. So, hey, Getty. Hey, Henny Hen.
Hi, blessings, everybody. Where did Tanya go?
She's coming right back.
Oh, okay. That's what I was waiting
guys,
for.
Fair act use. We're listening to her we're criticizing and listening to what she has to say. She's talking about us when we did the rally.
So they had one in June.
Yeah, I think it was June, maybe even May. I'm not for certain. I know that they're saying they're going to have another one in October. It was supposed to go to litigation in Illinois in October, but that since has been pushed back. It's been pushed back for Illinois, and it's been pushed back for New York as well. What's going on, baby? I just told them we got to take it to the YouTube streets. They not ready. Poke the bear, bitch. Now you got the fucking beehive. I'm ready. I got some things that I need to use, and I'm sure it's enough to get us started, but they should have never poked the fucking bear. Now you got the bear beehive. Grown man is in the building, grown little boy show. If you're not familiar, if you want to know the facts, you want to see the indictments, you want to hear how we go through all of the documents, you can catch him on Grown Man Show, Grown Little Boy, or Grown Little Boy 2. By all means, you will not get the facts as it relates to the legalities anywhere else. Anywhere else. He's coming with straight documents, straight facts. Period. Yeah.
But you see how she was on the internet talking about all of this straight facts, straight documents. So how did they get the document before the case actually was tried? All right.
Full of shit, though. They full of shit.
She talking
but
about
you're not gonna tell me that they can do this strategically on the weekend that this baby died. You ain't gonna tell me that.
The ones that did this one, did they orchestrate? It's the same people that orchestrate the ones that they did in the past? Is it the same?
Absolutely. Larry, do me a favor and put your handles up there so I can pin them to the screen so that the people can go and follow you on YouTube and get.
Okay, she's promoting Larry's page. Hold on a second. You know she's in the bushes. They're all in the bushes.
And Rich, I saw what you were saying. Thank you for the warning about weather. Tanya says they also did it at the same time as sex trafficking rally was for children. I forgot about that. It was also during, this was the weekend that solidified sex trafficking of children. So not only did they do this on the weekend that Aaliyah died, they did this on the weekend where people are supposed to be standing up for children who have been misappropriated. These are some sick-ass fucking people.
Oh,
They're sick. They're sick.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, they're sick. They're sick. And you're not going to tell me all of them ain't playing with baby booties.
You hear him?
All of them is running around marching. You ain't going to tell me that they ain't even want to play with or ain't playing with kids.
Is that a fact, man? Holy shit. Sex trafficking.
You hear what you say?
Sex trafficking rap, is that in Chicago as well?
I think.
You know, nationwide or worldwide pandemic, be damned. You know, fuck the risk, fuck the virus, fuck the
And I was so impressed with his commentary about the intelligence of black men. I was like, shit, this dude is somebody to follow. I had been following him for like 6 to 9 months before I knew he was the same person behind. And to the day, I still haven't watched the video that he did on me. I've watched all the other ones on everybody else, but I've never taken the time to watch the one he did on me. I was like, oh my God, I had been talking with his team for maybe like 3 weeks to a month before I realized in talking to them that he was the same dude. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So my reason for following him had nothing to do with R. Kelly. It had everything to do with him displaying a level of intelligence and addressing issues with black men, and I just thought he was off the chain for it. Just so happens he's the same guy. And he's been behind a lot of campaigns for victims. He does a lot of behind the scenes work. He catches a a lot of flack, and he's human like anybody else. He ain't no superhero. We all have made our mistakes. But when it comes down to this victims' rights shit, ain't nobody out here doing it better. Ain't nobody out here doing it better. Ain't nobody out here taking the time to really try to break those things down for people who don't have the intel to detail.
Hold on a second, I'm trying to.
All right, well, you don't count. I said anybody on this line.
A few, man, and speak some truth. If it's something you don't want to divulge, we can keep it that way, man. But I think the people want to hear from you. What you say, Larry boy?
Right. Everybody say hi to the King's dog. Hey, Belief.
So look, I got an interview with the King's dog tonight. And I'm asking this nigga about R. Kelly. That's some everything. You say, hey, listen, you say what's funny. You say R. Kelly around this goddamn dog, he started barking.
So the dog was over there with him? So the dog was over there?
The crazy part about it is they have no clue just how much we love and appreciate you, and they be so mad at you for just standing up for what's right. And I tried to stay out the mix. You know I did, Larry. You know I've been a good girl.
Exactly.
I've been a real good girl, but they done fucking poked the fucking bear.
And I know where you live at. I know where you live at, and I know, you know what I'm saying? You want to stay out the mix, this and that. Don't worry, I got it covered. Got it covered, cause
they done fucked around. I said we gonna take it to the YouTube streets.
Yeah.
Since they want to play these games, we gonna take it to the YouTube streets. I can now go live on YouTube.
Yeah, okay, then hey, let's get something started. Then I want to be the first guest on your show.
Look, check this out. Check this out.
We gotta believe on your show.
She got a mustache.
She
got a mustache.
When the touchdown, I'm gonna let you go crazy. Just please understand.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Hey, they think
They
they
think
they gonna intimidate these women. I don't care what woman it is. I don't care who it is or where they at. If I find out, I'm gonna get in the middle of this shit. And that's what they hate. They're trying to stop me. They wanna witness, intimidate, and book.
You hear this, guys?
They knew everything because it was all a plot. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think they even plotted and made fake pages and harassed.
No, this is Javante, Leslie. This is Javante. This is her. She's on the IG talking to Larry and some other guy. Yeah.
All these women so they can silence them. But
yes,
when we spot that shit, we get in the middle of that shit and stop them from doing it. And we ain't got long before all of this shit come full circle.
Absolutely. You know, Ken wanted you to come on. You know, you can share with the public what you want to share with them. You've been doing this thing with this case before surviving R. Kelly. Little do they know.
Well, what I'm doing tonight, I want you to come on because.
Did you just hear her? He's been dealing with this thing before surviving R. Kelly. Surviving R. Kelly came in on 2019 in January, right? And according to Larry, he met Angelo after him. He watched Surviving R. Kelly. So which one is the truth? She just said that he was into it before Surviving R. Kelly. This is weird.
I am going back in the archives, and I found about 50 things, because if they gonna have a rally on the anniversary death of Aaliyah's death, then I'm gonna go back up, and I went back and pulled up all that old stuff in articles that was on the news and in the newspaper, and I found some shit that Jim couldn't fit in his book. You see what I'm saying? Of lawsuits from other girls.
Oh yeah.
So he gave information to Jim to put in his book? Did he just say that?
No, he said Jim couldn't fit information in his book, but I know I caught a live before from him where he talked to Jim personally.
Oh yeah.
10 million and 20 million.
Oh
so
yeah.
Y'all talking about somebody stole his money.
Tonight,
we're gonna find out. I'm gonna show you exactly where his money went, because those are not the only lawsuits.
Oh yeah, there's several. There's at least 10 girls I can think of.
Yeah.
From back early days.
Yeah, listen, I have it. So
Back early days. You're absolutely right. When you pulled that name out the other day, and you know which name I'm talking about, and I said, oh, that's that real shit.
Yeah.
That's that shit they don't know nothing about.
You see this, guys? You see? Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Father, Father, Father.
When you start pulling out things like that, you gotta know that you know that he knows the facts.
Well, I've been trying to follow the path of the direction that I see them going in, case-wise.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see where they're going. And what I think that's coming up next, I think it's going to be explosive. And I think that it's going to scare a lot of these people that's doing this bullying and this witness intimidating.
You see how they know stuff ahead of time? You see that, right?
And I think, yeah. So, man, I ain't gonna take over your show.
No, you fine. No, you fine. It's an honor to have you on and to be able to even give the people any type of an insight as it relates to the case. They want to know what time you're going live, and then you need to put in there which you're going live on, so people can come on and support and follow you.
I'm going to Grown Little Boy 2.
Okay, so you guys heard that he's going to Grown Little Boy 2. One of you guys that are on the side of justice, please type it in the chat so I can pin it to the screen. Exactly where to find Larry tonight and his interview with Belief. I will be there if you need me. All you gotta do is tell me to call in.
I'm gonna wait.
So he was going on the interview with the dog. The dog was there at his house. Robert's dog.
I'm gonna wait to get off here. I want you to call me because I want to share some stuff with you first. I'm not going on until an hour. And then I will be having Belief on the show.
Now you wouldn't believe this. I'm sitting in the park and why is the lady calling the little boy name and the little baby name is Javante? I'm like, what? But she talking to this little baby on the stroller with the stroller. You see the little baby?
I see it.
She ain't talking to me, but I was about to get scared. What the fuck? Live or don't live, I'm about to get attacked. This some bullshit.
Yeah, look.
But no, she's actually talking to the little baby. But Larry, when this is over, I'll be on your line. And they want to know what time you're going live.
An hour from now. So all
right, so Central Standard Time, it is...
It's 6 o'clock Pacific time.
It's 6:50, so that's 8 o'clock Central Standard Time.
Right.
So you guys know 8 o'clock. I just pinned the address on the screen to go onto YouTube.
Right.
No, it's funny because he's got my name. So when you start hollering for him, I'm like, what? The hell?
Right.
The baby's mom just walked over.
Lord have mercy.
All right, this is for fair use, act use, whatever the wording is.
What was the chances of you having my name, little boy? I'm gonna need you to give me my name back.
Belief want to say.
You gonna have to cash out me for my name.
Hey, come on by, Belief.
The dog.
Come by.
He's showing Belief, y'all.
I believe we'll see you at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time.
All right. So.
Larry, we appreciate you coming out here.
No problem.
All right. Gratitude.
No problem. Thanks.
You're welcome, baby.
All right.
All right, you guys. So, Ken, I know that's not what you were looking for. We have to bring him on at a later date if we actually want to. We actually dialogued with him when the show first started and talked about so many details regarding the case. But I would like for you to come and join us on this evening. Join us on this evening on this address that's in the chat right now. And I promise you, you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Wow. Larry has the longest house in the history of American architecture.
Every property he lives in is dynamic.
That nigga was walking for 15 minutes straight and never got to the end of the house. I'm waiting for the end of the house. I'm waiting for the end of the house to come. This nigga just kept walking. I'm like, when the end gonna come?
That's another reason why they mad at him, because he lives a lovely life.
Son, the whole
They
time.
want him to be poor, broke, and destitute.
Oh, did you just hear her? We're after because he lives a lovely life. We want him to be poor, broke, and destitute. That's what she just said. But he's renting a house. And according to the landlord, they hadn't paid in a while.
They don't want him to be all right.
So you know what I'm saying?
Javante, Lawanda, that's Javante talking.
Tonight, man. So y'all come on tonight, and everybody go see what it is. You know what I'm saying? And the dog.
Ooh, you got the rain on my head, y'all. I better get back in the car before I get wet.
The dog is here too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna interview the dog, and then after that, man, we're gonna go on. We're gonna go on and talk about that other thing we're gonna talk about, and then
we gotta talk about that fact. No, let me tell you what's so funny. Do you understand that that's R. Kelly's dog in real life? That's one of the dogs R. Kelly was walking when R. Kelly got arrested. The dog belongs to Azriel Clary now. That's Azriel's dog. So when he says that he's having an interview with Belief, he ain't lying.
He's actually gonna talk to a dog tonight.
Man, look, you ain't seen shit. Just go on the show.
Well, okay,
just
so this is what I want to know. This is what I want to know. What happens when the dog starts to speak perfect English?
We all, if the dog starts speaking perfect English, then we all gonna come off and just go to glory, because clearly Jesus has come back. But you don't want to miss it. Like, his lives are. I try to catch him as much as I can. Sometimes I'm asleep when he comes on, or sometimes I'm at work. But as often as I can catch him, I do. And I'm telling you, the intel to detail that you can receive on that channel as it relates to the case, you won't get it anywhere else.
I wonder why the intel and detail is shown to that page. I wonder why was it shown to that page and not any other page.
Really?
No, you won't get it anywhere else. He's the gentleman behind a lot of the young ladies coming into reality. You know what I mean? He's the reason why these young ladies have mustered up enough courage and strength to go to the authorities. So, you know.
You just heard her just say it. He's the reason why that they have mustered up the courage to go to the authorities.
As it relates to that side, they think he's a threat. But he's just the one that God anointed to get the message across.
And this is the information that he's presented. Is this like public record, or he has an inside?
He has both.
Oh,
he has both.
Did y'all hear that? She just told on him. Not just public record. He's in the inside. He got the inside.
But it would be left better for him to describe that than me. I try very hard not to tell other people's stories, not to give out details if I don't know the facts, because you can create problems like that. So he would be better to address that. But he has both.
Word.
He's very close to a lot of the families and a lot of the young ladies, pretty much anybody involved.
What's the dog gonna be saying tonight?
You know what? Larry is hilarious. So ain't no telling what he's come up with the dog, but I'm sure it will be entertaining, mixed in with actual fact.
I got to.
Because ain't no telling what the dog saw. The dog was around for a lot.
The dog, R. Kelly probably did the dog the same way he did everybody else. He wouldn't let them he wouldn't let the dog leave the room or eat or use the bathroom unless he said so. The dog couldn't look nobody in the eye. The dog couldn't bark at nobody else. Ain't no telling, man.
Well, look, here's the thing. If you notice, everybody that's putting anything in the chat, they're saying that he has the facts. He's giving you the truth. So that lets you know what's going on. And the authorities will tell you that he got the facts. That's the funny part.
Really?
The authorities would tell you that Larry has
the truth.
facts.
I have to give him that. He is the truth. His last name, Team Truth. He's the truth.
I'm tuning in just to see what this dog gonna say. I got to know what this dog gonna do.
I promise you gonna call me and you gonna be like, this is the best thing. Man, why didn't you tell me about this beforehand?
Look, Steven says the dog had to wear baggy clothes.
And a baseball cap. And couldn't look up or look down or look sideways. Y'all ain't no good.
Said the dog had to wear baggy clothes. Hey, man. Yeah, I want to know. I want to hear the dog story, niggas.
We're getting ready to time out in about 10 minutes, you guys. I'm not going nowhere. I don't know if you guys want to come back in, but keep in mind we gotta go follow and dialogue with Larry within the next hour. Are we doing scavenger or anything this week? I said we hold off till next week.
Yeah, we ain't got the time, man, because you about to go on with Larry, man. So I'll let you jump on with him and we'll pick our thing up next week. You know I love you, girl.
You know I love you guys more. The dog will probably be dressed in baggy clothes with a baseball cap on, preferably Adidas. Adidas is the signature gear that he likes to utilize.
Oh shit! I got that.
I don't doubt if he'll have an Adidas mask or an Adidas scarf. Because the dog got some shit to say.
I'm about to tune in right now to see what this dog know, man. So yeah, I'm about to get me popped.
Well, you got till 8 o'clock Central Time, so you got like an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, word. But
okay. Before we get off of here, everybody that's on here, does everybody have the address where to tune in this evening for the interview with Belief?
It looks like you got to pin that Grown Little Boy 2 on YouTube. Find out the truth.
Yes. Now, those of you guys who are familiar with the other channels, we're only blocked on that one channel for X amount of days, and I'm sure things will go back to the original channel. But for those of you guys who don't know where to find Larry now, you're looking at Grown Little Boy 2 on YouTube. Make sure you put that 2 in there, okay?
You're blocked on something? What you blocked on?
I'm not blocked on anything, but you know, they do. YouTube has restrictions for certain things, and sometimes you can get a copyright strike, and that means they like put you on pause for a week, or you can't go live for X amount of time. And I think for the R. Kelly video from the Boondocks or something or another, or whatever the fuck it was, I don't know. Somebody pulled a copyright strike or some shit. I don't know.
Word.
Yeah, they tried that shit. They tried that shit with one of my videos. I had to contest that shit.
So it's like YouTube jail?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like YouTube jail.
They got you in YouTube County, huh?
No,
yeah, pretty much. They got you in YouTube MCC, but it wasn't for pissing on kids.
Word.
You see, you think
There
it's
was a video about him pissing on kids.
you think they think this is funny. They really do. But you know what? He who laughs has the best laugh. So keep on with it, young lady.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like YouTube jail.
They got you in YouTube County, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. They got you in YouTube MCC, but it wasn't for pissing on kids.
Word. Well, I hope not.
It was for a video about him pissing on kids. How ironic is that?
Well, people are really, this country, man, this country respects money, man. And like, whatever it is we got to do to keep the money going, that's what we go do. Whatever we got to say, whatever we got to believe, whoever we got to back up, whoever we got to defend, where is the money? Keep the money going, man. It's like, who was that? Who was that had that, that you told me had that podcast, Money Over Morals?
That's Atlas.
Man, come on,
He was on this morning. He's on every Sunday with Money's Over Morals on YouTube.
And that's what it
Atlas
is.
loves them.
It's like, don't nobody believe in nothing. Ain't nobody standing on nothing. Where is the earning potential, man? You know what somebody told me one time? Not told me, but somebody was making a point about love and hip hop and like how demoralizing it is to the black community. And someone else came back and said, man, but look how much money they're making though. But that's the mind frame, especially with the younger, as the generation gets younger and younger. You know, that's like everything else is bullshit. Where's the money? Give me the money. How much am I getting? You know, how much do we stand to make? I don't give a fuck. I put a dress on, I put the makeup on, I do whatever. I go lay in bed with another guy. I do whatever you want me to do. I talk about my mama sideways. I'll say they ain't shit. Whatever you need me to say. How much am I getting? Everyone's
it's acting up now.
R. Kelly, man, historically with managers and agents and assistants, et cetera, hey, man, I'm getting paid. I know this ain't right. This is not something I would usually support, man, but what am I going to do? You know,
well, that's the whole thing right there where it gets real muddy for me, which is why I say there's so many other people that need to go with him. He was not afforded to do this by himself. And he shouldn't go down by himself. He should go down by himself and misappropriate his motherfucking being, by all means. Nobody told you to go stick your dick in kitty pussy. Boy pussy or girl pussy. Let's just be real. But
Pussy boys?
oh, baby, wait a minute. Look here. Go ahead and get into them with your family on the other side, on the right side of this thing. You'll find out. You'll find out. Now, you guys are experiencing this live and in stereo. For those of you guys who are on the other side of this thing, meaning on the right side of justice, you see it right now. I don't talk about this shit. I don't tell people the intel, the detail, what's going on, none of that. This is my co-host that has been my co-host for the last 4 months. He don't got a fucking clue about none of this shit because I don't talk about it. I don't talk about it. So this lets you know live and in stereo how I roll, how I get out. Yeah, he fucks little boys too, baby. And grown ass men too.
Am I
You got it live in stereo. You are seeing this live. This is not rehearsed. It ain't coerced. I don't talk about him. I don't talk about what's going on with that case. I don't.
Nigga, tell me I'm not the only nigga who didn't know this. Tell me
You probably the only nigga on here that didn't know. Because everybody else on here is probably following the case.
this nigga was laying with dudes.
Oh, baby. Oh, we got baby, yeah.
Here's the deal. That was never mentioned in the indictment. It wasn't mentioned until what? The superseding, not the superseding, until the those what's the name came through. When was that? Like around, was that June? When those uncharged acts. When was that? Wasn't that in June? The Uncharged Act, when they added those other people? Anybody remember? And she did this video last year in August. Yeah, Coltrane. The uncharged motion. Yeah, when was that? Wasn't that in June? Then they put that in. Yeah. It was this year. It wasn't last year, but she's talking about this since last year. That's Javante talking. Yeah. Yep. After the car incident, no, Henny. No, thank you. It's 2021. Thank you, Ivan. It wasn't done after the car incident. She talked about this after the car incident, but the uncharged acts or motion was in June 2021.
Yeah, wasn't that after the car thing?
What? When she did this?
No, them guys.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't mention those guys until this year, 2021.
Yeah, I know. What I'm saying is, it seems to me like after the car incident, then that's when these guys came into this whole stuff. Am I right or wrong?
What guys? It was before the car incident. The car incident where they're talking about Arline when he was on the phone in the indictment, that was before the car incident. The car incident came after that.
Oh, okay.
Because Arline stuff happened in July last year. The car thing happened the end of July.
Okay, but the guys came in after that, right?
No, they came in June 2021.
And the car incident happened in
last year in August.
So they came in after.
What came in after?
The car incident happened last year in 2020. The guys came in June or July of 2021. That's what.
Yeah, but she's talking about something that happened. She's talking before then. She's not mentioning the car incident. This
Yeah,
live
I
that she
know.
did, she's talking before then. She knew the stuff before then.
I'll talk to you behind the scenes on what my frame of thought is on it, because I don't want to put it out. Okay. My fault, my mistake.
Hey guys. Hey Carolyn. Because remember, the dog is over there. Belief is over there. When did he get belief? Because he just showed the dog. I tell you. It's always something. All right, let me put this link in here. For whoever wants to come in, I'm about to get off in a minute. Lowen. And she was there in 2019. Then does that mean the dog stayed there throughout the whole time? All this talk is 2019. Yeah. See, I never watched Tasha K, so I didn't know anything about that. Yeah, definitely. Henny, definitely. What you just put in there.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember when Robert was, when the state case first came about, they kept saying that federal indictment was coming. Federal indictment is coming. Federal indictment is coming. And even Bozo at the time said that there was no federal indictment coming. And then a couple of months later, boom, Robert was hit with the federal indictments. If there's no content, why are you here?
That's what I was just going to say.
If there's no content, get the heck out. I just blocked you. Have a good day. Why? The thing is, I don't understand. You said no content, but you're here. You are here. Absolutely no content. But why are you in this chat getting information? Why are you here? Why are you reading, listening to what motion was placed in? Why are you here?
Right?
Have a good day. Get off. This is what people are strange. People are
They
very,
just
very
don't
strange.
have nothing better to do. I swear.
Right, no content, but your butt is here.
Right. Why
waste your time on something that's not no content? You said this channel has no content. That means you've been here before. It means you should stay off.
Right.
Yes, Leslie. Yes, definitely. Slowly but surely, stuff is being revealed. Slowly but surely. That's what I see. And that's why there's so many people in this live today, because they're looking in the bushes.
Yeah, show some respect and hit them like buttons, please. It puts the video in rotation. If you guys are here to support Kels, then
No, the most of them are in this chat, because it was 280 people in this thing, in this live. They're here because they want to see what's going on. They want to be nosy.
Well, even if you're in the bushes, hit the like button trying to be nosy. It doesn't hurt anybody to hit a like button. It's not hard. Just show some respect and show some love and appreciation to Miss Sylvia for all the hard work she does pertaining to R. Kelly's case.
You think they're gonna show love?
They should.
Don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Don't do that, cause you'll be holding it forever. Hey, Shakira, what's going on, Shakira?
Hi, Shakira.
Unmute yourself.
Eric Lee.
Hey, Sylvia, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing fine, darling. How are you?
I'm okay. I want to clarify something with you because there's something pertaining to federal informant Jane Doe number 5. Now, when she did the first interview on Gayle King, right, did she not somewhat throw her parents under the bus?
She sure did. She also threw him under the bus on the cross-examination and examination.
Okay, so she said what she said on the first interview, right? Then during the trial, she said what she said regarding her parents on the stand, correct?
Yep. Yes.
But when she went on the second Gayle King interview, she said everything she said in the first interview was a lie, correct?
That's what she said.
But she threw her parents under the bus, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that because I went to go share a live that you did, and one of the lives I was on with someone, and I happened to just scroll down and look at the comment, and apparently I don't even remember the person's name, and I don't care to, but they seem to think that I don't pay attention and I have selective hearing, saying basically she said everything she said in the first interview was a lie. Well, if everything was a lie, she got on the stand and pretty much said the same thing plus some as it pertains to her parents.
Yep, she surely did.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that because
we read it. We read it yesterday again, and the day before.
Exactly. And I've been sharing a lot of your lives on this side, not the other side. I don't.
Yeah, don't share that one. No.
I don't share the other ones, but I've been sharing a lot of the lives just to, make people aware of what really went on and what's really going on. And you have these people who just want to they want to go with it's like they'll believe anything as long as it fits their narrative. And then for someone to try to discredit me and say that I have selective hearing or I don't listen well. No, I heard everything she said from the first interview to the second interview, and a lot of what she said on the first interview, she also testified to that on the stand. Now, what I wish Gayle would have done when she said everything was a lie, I wish Gayle would have just cut the bull crap and just broke out the transcripts. You understand what I'm saying? And say, well, this is what you said. So you're saying that everything you said in the interview was a lie, but you got on the stand and said these same things, plus some. We just didn't know about the beatings and
yeah, we surely didn't know about the beating until the trial.
Yeah, we didn't know about the beatings. What else was it? It was the beatings.
And her mother going there, the one taking her there.
8 hours. We didn't
know the mom drove over there.
And we didn't know the mom was texting Kels, or I didn't know that.
Yeah, we didn't know that kind of stuff. And did she say something about, I know she did mention something about, if I remember correctly, I got to go back in my iCloud and find that first Gayle King interview, because I do remember she mentioned something, maybe not in detail, but them trying to do some sort of business with him or something.
Yes, they did a dildo. Tried to do a dildo.
I don't know if she said dildo. I don't know if she mentioned, I don't know if she mentioned dildo by name, but I know she mentioned something about business.
A singing dildo. Sylvia, tell her what it was. That's what they wanted.
No, she's asking in regarding to What did she say during the interview with Gail the first time?
Gail King the first time. Yeah,
Yeah, but
she brought up the part about them threatening about the money. If you don't send money to this account, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And she got on the stand and testified to those same exact things. Plus
Okay,
stuff
I'm gonna play it.
Asking Kelly for money or receiving money from him. You know, as I watch it,
Hold on a
as I was
second.
talking.
Where was him?
Okay. What's my disclaimer? Copyright disclaimer. This is for informational, research, criticizing, and blah 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 blah. All the above. Okay.
educational.
That's our relationship.
Now this is her talking.
A very strong relationship as well. Yes, most definitely.
You know, how do we say this without being inappropriate? Is this a three-way relationship, or do you each have a separate relationship with him? How does this work?
Both
I'm curious.
Yeah, we both have our individual relationships with him, and we all are family all together. We have our moments where we sit and watch movies all together. We go to amusement.
No, but you know what? Her attitude is the same attitude that she had when she sat next to her father.
Exactly.
The only attitude change is the one that she just recently did. We're gonna play that how she talked in this recent interview too. Hold on.
Parks all together.
I'm not talking about Azrael going to movies and sitting watching, going to parks. I'm talking about is it a three-way sexual relationship?
Sexually, well, first of
Between
all,
the
I'm
three
not
of you?
here to talk about my personal life, and I would never share with no one what I do in or outside of the bedroom. And as a woman,
Do that sound like Robert persuaded her to say that? That sounds like somebody who's forceful, who knows what to say on her own. She don't need anybody to coach her. She seems extremely passionate of what she's saying.
and I'm sure you would not either.
No, I wouldn't, but
Okay then. So
you're
next
right.
question.
No, you're right. I would not, but this is a very different circumstance.
It's not a different circumstance. There are people all over the world who have multiple girlfriends. It's no different.
Do both of you all believe you're in love with him?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Of course.
Should your
No.
parents be concerned?
No.
Why?
Well, my parents knew where I've always been for 4 years. They have known. They know that I've been well taken care of.
She just said the right thing there. 4 years. Hold on.
They never thought you were missing, Azrael. They just were wondering if you were okay.
Well, my parents have actually came to Chicago and seen me a few times. I've talked to them. They stopped answering my calls.
You know what they say? They say that you were brainwashed. I talked to your dad last night. He says, my daughter is brainwashed, and he's very concerned. He said he was here 2 days ago, and you wouldn't even look him in the eye.
Okay, I wouldn't look him in the eye because he's a liar. And he's a manipulative liar.
I'll tell you why they're concerned, Azrael, because they say she's 17. We found text messages that indicated that she was having sex with R. Kelly when she was 17. Is that true?
No, that is a lie. That is a lie. I was not having sex with him at 17.
Why would they?
Did you hear her? That is a lie. That is a lie. I was not having sex with them at 17.
Now, let me make sure I heard this correctly. In that first interview, didn't she also say that her parents told her to lie about her age?
Yeah, wait. Hold on. I'm just stopping in between. So while we talk in between it, so we don't get the copyright strike. So
okay, yeah.
While we break it down. Hold on. This is when she is going to talk about that part about where she says her parents told her to lie. 1 second.
Want to lie about you, their daughter.
Okay, so when I first met Robert, my parents told me to lie about my age. So when I met him, he thought that I was 18. On top of that, when I was 17, my parents were actually making me, trying to get me to take photos with him, take sexual videos with him, all kinds of stuff.
Wait. Your parents encouraged you to do sexual videos with R. Kelly?
Yes. And they said because if they ever have to blackmail him, what they're trying to do now, they can use it against him, which is exactly.
Okay, so in court, she read a letter that she wrote to her brother saying the exact same thing.
You want me to read the letter, Sylvia?
Yeah, go ahead and read the letter.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me get it.
Okay, I'm back. I had to mute for a second. I was making some noise in the background.
Mm-hmm. She's going to go ahead and read the parts of the letter where she's talking the same thing that she's telling Gail. So she went on the witness stand, she wrote in the book, and she went on Gail, said the same thing 3 times. And then this one time turn around, well, 2 times she tried to change it around, said she never said it, is when she, like when the redirect of the government, she said that that was incorrect. She didn't say it. She said that's incorrect. She knows how to use her words wisely, so she don't come back being in trouble. She said that was incorrect.
Say that one more time. What did she say was
Okay,
incorrect?
she said that because when they was reading her deposition to the special agent and also the letter,
Mm-hmm.
she didn't say the letter was incorrect. She just said the letter was written because she said Robert told her to write it. But as far as the deposition,
While he was in jail. While he was
yes,
in jail.
yeah. But as far as the deposition, she said that I guess the special agents didn't have it correct, the information down correct. She said
So
that is incorrect. She didn't say it. She didn't say it. She said that is incorrect.
so I'm trying to understand something here because honestly, it's getting uh draining just to even go back and forth with people anymore. But so she said from his prison cell, because when she wrote this letter, he was in jail, correct?
Some of the letters he was in jail, and some she was
Okay,
not,
okay,
because she claims that he was there when she wrote a few of the
okay.
letters.
All right.
But the one where she's writing to him, he's in jail because she goes and say that he said to only write positive things to him since he was in jail,
Okay.
and that people was reading his mail in the jailhouse. That's what her excuse was.
And
That's the
see,
reason why she
this
wrote
is
that
this is
type
what
of letter.
because I listen in and you know to the readings and stuff, and this is what I was under the impression, which you just said, but apparently, uh, depending on you know whatever troll decides to come in somebody's comment section or somebody else's live and just spew nonsense,
They can do all the side bite that they want to do, but the fact is that she said it on Gail King's interview. She said it on a witness stand. She said it in the letter. I mean, what more can you? I mean, that's 3 times of saying the same thing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
She
but
said
I'm
it. She said it, and she even because like even when the police supposedly came to the hotel room, she told the police she was 18. She said her parents told the police that she was 18.
Okay, I got it. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, this is the letter that Azriel wrote to her brother. Can I say that?
Yes, you can.
okay. I'm listening.
Brother, the reason I haven't been texting or calling you is because of a few reasons. Number one is because I had to take my time and really think about everything mom and pops have done to try and ruin happiness. Number two, I came at that Florida to see you because I want to give you a chance as brother and sister to see if I could trust you and confide in you. Seeing as though I can't, seeing as though I can't do that with Ma and Pops on top of all of that, I really had missed you. But none of that means anything if you are going to act like them and try to talk me out of being happy, because that is exactly what I am with Robert. And no matter what, that you should be respected, even if someone doesn't like it. Sorry. And no matter what, that should be respected, even if someone doesn't like it. You have idea what mom and pops tried to do to Robert. In the beginning, they literally used me to lure him in so that they could blackmail him and do all the shit they're doing right now. And the reason I know this is because I was getting ready. Then Mr. Canick says, "Can you slow down a little?" Getty said, "Objection. Court, why don't you let me manage that part?" Okay, sorry. Okay, keep reading, but don't go too fast. Witness, okay. And I'm going to back up a little bit. They literally used me to lure him in so they could blackmail him and do all of the shit that they're doing right now. And the reason is because I was getting ready to go along with their BS as well. But the only reason I was going to do it is because I liked him and I thought he was interesting. But once I came around him and got to know him, my friendship and love for him became genuine because he showed me nothing but love, excuse me, and respect. He's a real person. He's fun, and he was nothing but respectful when he came to meet mom and pops, and even you. But unfortunately, mom and pops never changed their minds or hearts about what it is that they wanted from him. Because Ma continued to nag me about sleeping with him and trying to get me to take as many pictures and videos as I could of him. And me, because she said to me that she wanted to use the pictures and videos to blackmail him in case he didn't want to do what they asked of him. Ma and Pops even told me to, in the beginning, to lie about my age because they said if he knows that I'm 17, he wouldn't even mess with me at all. So I lied and I said I was 18. As a matter of fact, Ma told me to go to his hotel room wearing something tight and sexy, something that made me look grown. And she wanted me to be all over him sexually and stuff. But honestly, when I got there, I felt stupid when I walked in the room because he wasn't even coming on to me. So I started switching up the plan and telling him about myself. We talked about music, and I told him that I sang, but nothing serious. Because even though mom and pops want that for me, I wasn't 100% sure that that's what I wanted for me. However, while we were talking, someone started banging on the door, and when Robert looked through the peephole, he said it was 4 policemen outside the door. Then he let them in, and they asked me my name and how old I was. I gave them my name, and I lied and told them I was 18. The reason I did that is because Mom and Pops had already told me to tell Robert I was 18, in which I did. So I would have sounded stupid telling the police I was 17 right in front of Rob. So they told me my mom and dad was looking for me and was worried for me. And I knew right away that was a lie because they're the ones that told me to go to his room. They also told the police on speakerphone I was 18 and old enough to make my own decisions, which is why the police left and there was no problem. That's another reason I know they were trying to set him up, but offer the police. But after the police came in the room and saw there wasn't any wrongdoings going on, mom and pops realized that their plan pretty much didn't work. So obviously they decided to back off of their plan at that time. Brother, I'm telling you the truth. I can't make this up. Then later on, after I started getting to know him and what I mean by that is becoming friends, I admit I started developing feelings for him and went from being excited to be around Art Kelly, the celebrity, to falling in love with Robert, the person. And even though I wanted to have sex with him and actually hinted towards that a few times, I backed up from it because he was not showing the same interest. And I told Ma that on several occasions, but she just kept on pushing me, just trying to make me have some type of sexual relationship with him. And the more that happened, the more I started feeling like a hoe because I started realizing that my own parents were just using me and my vagina to get money from R. Kelly. And when it finally hit me hard, it broke my heart into pieces. And I decided that day while I was in Chicago to tell him the truth, Even though I was scared that he might not want to be around me again, it was something I knew I had to do because I felt really nasty on the inside. I also realized that at the moment is that I am nothing like mom and pop. So I told him I was 17 and how my parents convinced me to tell him I was 18. He was not mad about it. For one, because we hadn't done anything sexual. But he did tell me I had to go home right away, and I cried so bad. And the only reason he was able to calm me down is by telling me that the only way I could possibly be there in Chicago is that my parents were up here with me, where they signed some kind of consent saying that it's okay for me to be here. So, long story short, brother, I told mom and pops that, and they didn't even hesitate. They took me to Florida Education Department to get me pulled out of school and enrolled in online schooling. Then they took me to the county clerk's office, got the consent form signed and notarized by the state of Florida, which said they gave their parental rights away for me to be in Chicago. And I remember being mad and happy at the same time. And the reason I was mad is because I was saying to myself, what kind of parents would sign their 17-year-old daughter a way to be in Chicago by herself to be with someone that they never met or even got to know. And the reason I was happy was because honestly, by this time, even though Rob didn't know it, but I had fallen in love with him. I wanted to be around him for that reason. And saying what mom and pops had done to me, having a clear understanding of them trying to use me and for their own financial gain, I wanted to be far away from them as possible because all mom would do every time I talked on the phone is threaten me, curse me out. She would tell me that they were going to destroy Art Kelly's career through social media, talk shows, or whatever they could do if I didn't start sending them money. And at first I didn't tell Robert stuff in fear that he would send me back home because I knew he would not want to deal with all of that. Pops actually started asking R to use his lighting company to do his shows, but Rob told him he already had a lighting company that he had been using for 20 years and they already knew his show. And Pops didn't like that at all. Then Ma and Pops came to me and tried to get me to convince Robert to team up with them and put his name and logo on a dildo that had a Bluetooth and would play his music while people had sex. And I told them I was not going to talk to him about that because I was uncomfortable having that kind of combo with him. And besides, I thought it was a ridiculous idea. So they decided to bring dildos to his show. After his show was over, Ma and Pops was backstage with R. Kelly and me, and Ma pulled out a dildo in front of me and everybody trying to get Rob to sign a letter of consent about being in business with them. And out of respect for them, because they were my parents, he took the paper but did not sign it. And later on told them he didn't feel comfortable being a part of something like that. And that's another thing that they did not like. And I remember Ma telling Robert and me that she didn't care if we had sex or whatever because I'm grown and can do whatever I want. And by this time I'm 18. She said just let her be a driver, and that didn't happen at that time. I have been to multiple shows and living in Chicago, but at the same time, I was continuing to be threatened by Ma because she was not getting any money from Robert or me. I told her several times while I was even 18 that we were not even doing anything sexually. And she would just get really angry with me, and I would tell her that when I would tell her that. She got so angry that I didn't even think she realized that she was texting all of those threatening and threats and what she would do. But she even texts Robert, since you're fucking my daughter, you need to send 20,000 to this bank account and then 10,000 every month after. Brother, I don't need to say anything else at this point except after they realized that they were not going to get any money out of him or me, that's when they started teaming up with the blank, but it's savages, and started telling all of these lies on social media about R. Kelly. They they started digging in his past, finding old girlfriends that are mad that things didn't work out between R. Kelly and them, playing the concerned parents role, acting like their daughter is missing, held captive in a sex cult, and all of the other lies. They started promising all of these broke ass females from his past that they were going to get money with deals, reality shows, and basically be famous if they came forth and said something bad about R. Kelly. They would even coach them on what to say. But I had never been any of those things. As a matter of fact, since I have been with him, it has the total opposite. For the last time, I'm happy with Robert. I'm happy with R. Kelly, or whatever else you want to call him, and I wouldn't trade him for the world. Now, people can believe that or not, because I honestly don't care what the hell they believe at this point, because I'm totally over it. Thank you. And that's it.
All right, and I'm gonna play something that solidify what she just said. She's happy with R. Kelly. She loves him. And remember the video I just played the other day? I'm gonna play it right now because you're gonna hear her voice in her own voice what she said. She said that, ooh, man, yeah, Kelly, oh man. Hold on, y'all. This basically solidified exactly what she said that day. Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Roman screenshotting it. Okay, first of all, I've always had a fucking phone, so I don't get where people think, oh my gosh, she has a phone. Wow. No, I've always had a phone. Just because my parents put it out there that I don't have a phone, that's them. I don't talk to my parents. I'm not in communication with my parents, and I don't want to talk to my parents. I'm a grown-ass woman, 21, about to be 22. And if I don't want to talk to my parents, I don't have to talk to my parents. I don't have to talk to nobody in this fucking world if I don't want to. This is exactly why I don't post on social media, because people are going to say what they want. People are going to take whatever they want and turn it into whatever they want. But at the end of the day, let it be known that I am definitely in love with Robert fucking Kelly. R. Kelly. Yes, that is mine. Okay? And I could give a damn about what anybody say. Like, I am so heated right now. Like, or my parents saying, oh my God, I want you to be happy. I want my child to be happy. I'm happy with R. Kelly, so let me live my fucking life. Like, let me live my life. First of all, only reason why I was trying on stuff is because it's Justin's birthday, and we're out and we're celebrating for her. And like, literally, even before Robert was locked up, we were going to celebrate anyways. Literally 1 month ago, I was in Florida doing hookah, turning up, living my fucking life. And that's when I was with Robert. Okay, so for people saying, oh, she's held hostage, she can't do this, she can't do that. No, yes, I can. I move at my own pace, though. And if I don't choose to see you, maybe it's the reason I don't see you. Maybe it's because you a snitch. Maybe because you're a liar. Maybe it's because you said some foul ass shit about me that wasn't even true. Did you ever think of that? At the end of the day, I'm happy with Robert. He's the love of my life, and I'm always going to support him and be by his side. I don't need no money. I don't need my parents to buy me no apartment because I got my own. Okay, I'm eating good. I'm not missing no meals. Don't worry about me. Keep my name out your mouth if it's not nothing good to say. Like, I'm so fucking done. The reason why I'm not even on social media is because people always twist everything that I say and I post. So why would I be on social media? I literally just posted it literally one day, and it's gotten all over the shade room. Like, are you serious? That's mind blowing. And then people wonder why I'm not on social media. People wonder why Joycelyn's not on social media. We have the right. If we don't want to be on social media, we don't have to. Look at how everybody twists our shit. And his lawyers are going to prove that he's innocent. I mean, FBI came with the same charges. Homeland Security came with the same fucking charges. Racketeering, child pornography. Like, damn, I thought y'all was the smart ones, but y'all still doing the same shit, the same 2008 trial that he was acquitted on. But okay, you're the smart ones. Okay, great. Just keep doing your job. But Robert, that's my baby. And I'm going to always be by his side because I love him. And when you find somebody that you love, you're going to love them unconditionally and that you're going to be loyal to them. And that's not called being brainwashed, baby. That's loyalty. Okay, maybe you need to learn what loyalty is. So I'm going to be in New York. I'm going to be at court. And look, I'm going to be staring at the back of his head so hard because I'll be like, oh, boy, I can't wait for you to get home. I can't wait for you to get home. Because at the end of the day, I love him. That's who I love. So I'm 21, about to be 22, like I said. If I fall in love with somebody, I fall in love with somebody. If I fall in love with a drug dealer, if I fall in love with a crackhead, if I fall in love with an 80-year-old fucking woman, I have the right to. Leave me the fuck alone and let me live my life. Let me be happy. Can I breathe without you worrying about me? Like, worry about your own bills. Worry about your own kids. Worry about your own household because I am good. Please leave me the fuck alone and fuck you with the sandpaper dick for whoever put my story on the shade room. Fuck you. So like I said, we out here celebrating Joycelyn's birthday. All of this was for the cause. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, Joycelyn. I love you so much. And this is what I planned to do with Robert before he was locked up. So it's no different that we're going to do it. Of course, I'm devastated that he's not here. But like I said, my man's is going to get out. I know he's going to get home from this. He's going, oh, what? I know he's coming home. That's for a fact. If you're gonna hate on me for being with R. Kelly, then hate on me. Be a hater. I'm cool with that. You know how many haters I got? Does it look like it's really phasing me? But I just gotta get this clear. I'm definitely not happy that he's not here. I'm devastated, but I just got a call from him yesterday. So a girl is happy. A girl got a smile on her face. A girl can go out because she know her man's finna come home.
You heard that, right? Shakira, you heard that, right? You heard all of that. Guys, you guys hear that? Did y'all hear what she was saying?
Yeah, I heard her, Sylvia. Sorry, I had to mute because I was cooking something. But yeah, I heard that. I heard that loud and clear.
Now, does that not match? This is her being out when Robert's in jail. That's her conversation on her Snapchat. It matches exactly what she wrote, exactly what she said at with Gail King, and what she said on the witness stand. So how in the world, guys? How in the world they're going to come and say that Robert is the one that was forcing her, who told her to do all of this? She's out and about. He's in jail. He was in jail for at least, 2 weeks by then. Terry said, how could we not hear her? Her voice is annoying. But this is crazy. This is crazy. Oh Lord. That's why we're praying. We're prayed early this morning at 6:00 in the morning. We're going to continue praying, and God is opening up doors. I'm telling you, I am a true believer. This is when God, I'm telling you, he's moving. He's moving.
I believe that. I believe that.
Faith is substance of things hoped for. It's not here, but we know God is moving, regardless of what.
I agree. I just wanted that clarification because just constantly having to argue stuff that's like the facts is right there, the transcript. This is not me, you, or anybody else making this stuff up. This is what people are saying out of their own mouth, and even with that being said, you know, people are still choosing to ignore the facts, and it's frustrating. But you know, I realized a long time ago there's nothing that we can do about it. We just gotta continue to pray, to support him, to uplift him, and it's a process, you know, and it's a marathon and not a sprint.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
you know, more than anything, I just pray for his mental health because I can't imagine, you know.
Yeah, this is something that the lawyer should have had to play for in the courtroom. That video right there, when Robert was in jail, that was something should have been shown.
The judge didn't want to let that. If
Not this one. I mean, did they have this one to show him? That's something definitely needed to be seen.
I'm sure that if the lawyers, well, first of all, a lot of this stuff, the case was handled poorly, and I can't blame Canick and I can't blame the other guy. I think his name is Calvin because they
Because they
came
weren't there
in,
from the beginning.
huh?
They were not there from the beginning.
Yeah, they weren't. So what I'm about to say, I'm excluding Calvin and Canick from it, but I'm gonna even throw Nicole in there. You had Tom, Nicole, Mike Leonard, Steve Greenberg, and Doug Anton, correct?
And you had Nick. Nick was there too, but Nick no longer
Who's
was there.
Nick?
He was another attorney that was on
Okay,
the.
so he had Nick. You have all of these attorneys. That's like 6 attorneys who were there from the beginning. Had this case been handled properly, I don't believe that a lot of the stuff would have even made it in. And also, I believe that if the case was handled properly and motions was filed and things of that sort, I do believe that they would have been able to get more evidence and to further discredit, you know, uh I'm just gonna you know the people that I'm talking about because I don't have anything nice to say, so I'm just not gonna say anything uh as far as them, but yeah.
Hold on a second. Listen to this. Somebody just send this to me.
Conspiracy to commit bank fraud and aggravated identity theft. Criminal conspiracy is this: an agreement between two or more people to commit a criminal act. The agreement itself is the crime, not the ultimate offense.
Accused of orchestrating a $1.5 million fraud scheme.
You being indicted now, and then when you're gonna read the indictment, that's I'm charged with bank fraud. I told you what I did, and I told you that I'm guilty of it. And I told you that I'm guilty of it. And I told you that I'm guilty of it.
To steal someone's identity means that someone actually steals information about you and then uses that information to take out new credit in your name. use that information to get a credit card with your name on it and not pay the bill. Or he could borrow money using your name and not pay it back. That can mean big trouble for you, the victim.
About 3 or 4 months ago, one of my partners from Chicago, Dwayne Mondelise, and his uncle, Deshaun Mondelise,
Psychopaths' lies are driven by multiple motives. Psychopaths. They lie as a means of manipulation to exercise dominance over others. These individuals also lie to cover up their misdeeds and illegal activities.
Dwayne Mondelise and his uncle, Deshaun Mondelise, come in and tell me that, hey, you're indicted. And I'm like, fucking for what? Motherfucking white boy in California, you know what I mean? He got hit with about $2 million worth of shit. That ain't the first time. That's not the first fucking time. It's not the first time. You know what I mean? Like anything you ever find that I've ever done, it has been worth at least $1 to $10 million. Anything you ever find that I've ever done, it has been worth at least $1 to $10 million. I said I was indicted. I'm charged with bank fraud and conspiracy to commit bank fraud. Okay? So that's what I'm charged with.
I will call you guys. Don't paint no picture. Like, I have not talked to you guys in over a year because I would call you guys 4 or 5 months at a time. And when I would call you guys would be yelling. You guys would be cursing me out. Mommy would be yelling at the top of her lungs. And so what I would do, I'd say, okay, I'm going to give you about 4 or 5 months. And then hopefully you just miss me so much that you just want to talk. Both you and her, when I would call, it was nothing but argument. Let's be completely honest with you. Robert would ask me to call you guys, and no matter what city we were in, he would say, is this your father's number, or is this your mother's number? And it would say, call me. And I would say, yes, that is my father's number. He was like, you need to call him. And I would say, I'm not going to call him, because at that point, the only thing I get is bickering every time I pick up the phone. So if I can avoid it, if I can enjoy myself in this nice little penthouse while I'm in New York for the weekend, I'm going to enjoy my weekend. It was very suffocating because I was an adult at the end of the day, period. And like I said, I'm not obligated to answer anyone. I feel like, truthfully, all of the women that have been associated with Robert, I feel like once they saw him as a celebrity, not as a human being, and they were infatuated with that celebrity. So like a lot of them dated him because of that, because of who he was, because of the life that he had, because of the life that he could provide them. Can you talk about the shopping sprees? Can you talk about you keeping your hair and nails done? Can you talk about all the great times and was spending money and was splurging and was so happy? Because one thing about Robert, he has a very giving heart. As a celebrity, he has no reason to keep you kidnapped or keep you tied up. He just has no reason to allow you to freely take care of you, and still, at the end of the day, whatever will happen,
So we looking at here, we got a before and after.
beat me with a shoe, a size 12 foot Air Force One, and he beat me all over. It's done. It's over. It's over. You may not even make it to trial.
I know about the time that you spent all 3 times. I was there, but I wasn't visible, but I was always there. I can understand about how you feel about the before, because I witnessed the before and I witnessed the after. So I know about the time that you spent all 3 times. The middle is me. So it's real when she was here. Gave her all of decisions. She made decisions on her own, and it was not easy. It was days and days and days of crying. It was hours and hours and hours of footage. It was indictments. It was phone calls. It was a lot of different things, and it was a lot of information that she just did not know. Overwhelming details. Some of the best psychological manipulators are ones that can put up the facade of being intellectual, even if they aren't necessarily more intelligent than someone else. They're very good at seeming like either applying arbitrary facts to a situation or just making up facts. The person that can convincingly lie about details or pretend to be an expert is very hard to argue with. I think what really made what solidified what you showed her was his absence. Because it might have been a completely different story if he was out. I don't think so. Not after what I showed her. Like not how she took it. It's not just me. It's not just me that dealt with her. It's my girl. It's my mom. It's my. Being rushed into making decisions can result in you having to trust another person's advice that may not actually be better for you, or end up in you not getting what you want. Manipulators are hyper-aware of this. They know that if they hurry someone into making a decision, they can greatly influence the outcome. What you're trying to say is that no matter how much I showed her that the things that he was telling her were lies, and she went on national TV and did what she did, you don't think that had nothing to do with her realizing that, this motherfucker, fuck this motherfucker. I can't believe it. I think all of that had something to do with it, but I think what solidified her actions was his absence. Everything came into play, but what I think finalized it and gave her the courage and the strength to go on is because there were other people in her ear and he wasn't there to defend it. Had he been there to defend it, I don't think it would have turned out the same way. She was vulnerable. I'm not saying what you did was wrong. I'm not saying what you did was right, but she was vulnerable. Anybody slid in her ear and told her anything because the nigga's not dating. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I think if R. Kelly, honestly, if R. Kelly would have been out on bail, if he was granted bail, I don't think Asriel would have flipped. If R. Kelly was in the streets, Asriel wouldn't have flipped. It's my opinion. Guess what? I'll run up at any one of you motherfuckers. I'll run up at any one of them. I'll do whatever. I'll give a recap. I started Mr. R. Kelly. The page did good. It brought awareness because I wanted to keep shit going after the documentary. I didn't just want it to be a documentary because you see how long it was between documentaries. If we wouldn't have did what we did, Mr. R. Kelly page was huge because the documentary went off and I didn't want it to go in vain. Like I had met one of the parents, I met another parent, and Miss Wow. So I kept that page going. I had one page, so I have to fucking keep more pages. You know what I mean? Then I started pedophile assistance. And then, goddamn it, then I started Neighbors 1 and Neighbors 2 and Neighbors 3. And then I did the Twitter at the same time. Met a lot of great people that took time out of their schedule. Then, the law basically got involved in my piece. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? You know what I mean? There's a relationship. You know what I mean? Got tight, we start communicating.
All right, that's done. Thank you, whoever sent that to me. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. You guys be sending me stuff. Lord have mercy. I wanted to show you something else. Just a second, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm someone send me something, and I'm trying to make sense out of this. Okay. All right. All right. Hey, Gucci, I'm gonna put the link in here for you to pull. Y'all, I just found something. Hold on. Somebody just sent me something. Just a second. Someone just sent me something. Okay. Right, guys. Let me put this. Now, don't talk about my hair. I got it all out, but I want to show y'all something. Look at this. Look at this. Guys, you know, recognize who this guy is? We finally found out the identity of this guy. You guys know who this guy is?
I can't see that good, Sylvia.
The identity of this guy. You have to mute the back of your YouTube.
I can't see that good, Sylvia.
Mute your YouTube, Shakira. You have to mute the back of your. Mute your YouTube, y'all. Don't talk about my hair. Hold on a second. I'm gonna do solo. You guys see him? So y'all guys see this guy? Can y'all see him? Okay. I'm gonna put myself off for a minute.
Who is that guy?
That is the guy. That's Blackie. I'm gonna read something for you guys. This is R. Kelly's cousin. This is the guy who's behind a lot of the stuff that's happening. I'm reading this here. Wow. Okay, it says here, however, in 2012, he still lives in a shrine of secrecy. Who is he exactly, and what kind of magical power does he possess? Hold on, y'all. I gotta whoa. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot all of this before they decide to take this down. Sorry, guys. Never mind. I will let you guys go. I will let you guys go. You know, they cleaned up a lot of things on the internet, like this saga one. The saga, and I guess this is something they forgot to scrub. Let me screenshot all of this before this disappears. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Got a screenshot. Sorry, got a screenshot before it disappears. What the heck? Look at this. Look at that. This is crazy, y'all. Wait till I show y'all this. Hold on. Look. Did I see that?
What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh,
Y'all, there's some crazy stuff that's going on here. Hold on.
Is that for real?
Yeah, this is. I'm screenshotting everything before they make this disappear. Hold on.
I might have to take a screenshot of that.
Hold on. The hell, look. Oh my God, wait. I gotta copy this. Hold on. I gotta copy it. Hold on. Copy. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Wait a minute. What the hell? All right, sorry guys. I'm about to get off for a minute. I'm gone. I gotta take care of something. All right, good people. Got to go now.
All right, Sylvia, have a good day.
All right,
See you on the next
guys.
one.
I'll
If
see y'all.
I'm not feeling too good right now, and I got a bad headache. So if I'm up and you go live later, I'll hop on.
Feel better.
It's like pouring down, raining and windy where I'm at right now.
Oh wow. They said the weather is changing up a lot.
Yeah, it's getting cold. It's getting cold now.
Oh, I don't want the cold. I just went out there with a tank top. And I don't want the cold. No, but I know it's gonna get cold. November is next week.
I know. Monday.
Monday is November. Can y'all believe it, guys?
I know.
Can y'all believe it? It's Monday. November 1st is Monday. November 1st is Monday. Yeah, we still wearing shorts and sandals here too. Yep, we sure are right here. Okay. Oh, guys, don't forget to sign that petition I put in the chat earlier. Please sign that petition. Please sign the petition. Spitfire is pushing out those petition, guys. Please share it. She shared it this morning. Oh, today's the 26th. I gotta call my brother and say happy birthday to him. Oh, today's his birthday. But push that petition out. I'm gonna copy it and paste it right now. So you guys go to change. And here it is right here. We're gonna push this petition. Please sign the petition and push it. We got over 1,000 signatures. Please push that petition out.
Sylvia, which petition is this one? Because I
just
signed
put it
like
in the
3 or
link.
4 already.
This is the one, Azriel, the Alice one. I think you guys signed it, but I think she redid it some kind of way.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and sign it again, but I did sign the one to have Alice locked up.
I think it is the same one, but she redid it a different way. I'm not too sure exactly because it says something different.
Okay, I'll go back and do it again.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for being here. I'll be back on to read the transcript. We're still reading the transcript, so folks who were not at the court could see and understand some of the stuff that's happening. Let's stay prayerful. Continue to pray for Robert. God has the last word. How she gonna get jealous off of Joycelyn when she was in home together and all? Yep, you're right, Kimberly. Javonda said, "What the what?" You saw that too. Interesting. I'll tell you, when you do some research, you find some stuff. All right, good people. I will.
All right, Sylvia.
All right, everyone. Thank you for being here with me.
You're welcome.
See you later, guys. Love you guys. Keep reading. Yes, I'll keep really reading, Louisa. All right, guys. I'm out.
All right. Bye.
Bye.